Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. One there. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. One there.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
65. Hey, switch gears.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, watch the lane. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. One there. Danny.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Alert! SOS.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. I'm scared. One there.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike. 59. Here we go.
Now Rosen on first down. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Monday.
First down, here's White. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Micah Kiser was in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Noah Brown there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's gone. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bang, 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 bang. Super.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the boot. Check 15. Maverick. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. 54, Mike. 54.
Out of the gun. Gone. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown, L.A. Kelvin Harmon, 41 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You ready? Mike, check.
Hey, Haywood!
Quit talking about it and bring it. 59 Mike. Check, 59.
To throw is Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Check me out.
80.
Mike 50. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Big edge.
Middle.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Recon, 152 fighter. I'm trying to collect. Hey, exit. Switch.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kelvin Harmon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
180. Check, 59. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the safety creep. Shoot.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Got him in. It's Brown. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Noah Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Orange. Mike, 54.
Hey, echo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
To try again after the sack. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
54, Mike, 54.
Hey, Orbit.
54, watch 54. I'm coming. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike. 54.
Louis.
54. Watch the out.
Hey, say hi. Turbo's up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
And the Rams first down.
Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Hatchet.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Shift.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 65 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Rosen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
No. Off. Check nickel. Monday.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. Looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
At the 28-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They try right side here, Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Like 20.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this.
Super one.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Goff now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Hey, let's go. Watch the run.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Wide. Get wide.
Hold on. Check.
Flare.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an alley to run. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, they'll run with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's 3rd and 16.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike, hey, Delta. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Mike 50, Mike 50. Squeeze, double. Hey, 50. 50's the Mike, 50's the Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, huh? Watch that.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
54's Mike. Check.
Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Gurley.
That's it, baby.
The penalty does everything but get them a first down. It's close here on 2nd and inches. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
17.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Rosen now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
180. Hey, Shell.
Go. Check it back.
Go, 12. Let's go. Hey. High 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
54 Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Mike.
Line 20.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Goff now to throw. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Rams 52, Saints 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let him know. Pick the edge. Come, hug. Out. Watch out. Hug.
On the toss, here's White. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, alert.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Here we go. 58's Mike, 58.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Yes.
Okay, ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Rivera's got it. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them and now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Rams on 3rd down. How about this stat? A perfect 9 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
54 Mike. Check pass.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Get that ball.
Hey, quarter. Hold on.
Now it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Share.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Let's go, baby.
Let's check in with our referee. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw is Rosen. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist.
Get it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down. Tonight's final score.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year, but I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther.